Hello everyone and welcome back. On this episode I'm going to be doing the rear suspension on the BMW E30. So, just a quick rundown of what components we've got replacements. So we've got outer drive shaft boots, we've got inner drive shaft boots, we've got new anti-roll bar drop links, and the all important new rear axle bushes. Tools wise, got my Ryobi impact gun, slightly smaller Ryobi impact gun. I don't want to be snapping all the bolts. I've also got my T-key set and a set of new rubber brake lines. Now what we need to do is obviously take out the rear suspension springs. Now obviously they are quite low, so I don't need to compress them, they just simply pop out like so. And we'll be showing you the new ones later on in the video. Drive shafts I've loosened off as seen earlier, so they've now been dropped. We've then got the rear differential that I'm hoping will then come out with the rear axle, and as you can see I've already pre-loosened off everything, so I've got the rear axle bushes undone and loose. So at the minute it's just the drive shaft, main drive shaft. Finish undoing that, drop down the rear diff and axle, and we've got all our braking system to remove, such as the handbrake cable and the brake pipes. So the rear shock absorbers, for now I've just undone the bottom pins, taken them out, pushed the rear shock absorber up and then cable tied it on a very convenient hole on the underside. I also do have a set of new shock absorbers there that are going to be fitted. So we've stripped quite a lot down. Some things with spanners, some things with impact drivers. But we've done quite a lot to come off. I'm currently just taking off the brakes. Once I've got the brakes off, I can then take the disc off. Once I take the disc off, I can then release the handbrake cable. It seems like everything that needs doing, there's something in front of it to undo and remove. But obviously, as I'm stripping all this down, it doesn't make sense to refurbish everything. So most of this stuff will come off, get cleaned, sanded and resprayed before refitment. So we should have a brand new back end. Now the brake shoes, so on the inside of the disc for this type of car, we've got a disc which has a caliper. So this is when you press your foot pedal, those two squeeze together and squeeze against the plate. Now on the inside for the handbrake, there is a shoe. So as you pull the handbrake on, there's a cable inside there which then pulls these shoes outwards, which lock against the inside of the plate. So looking at the state of these, we're going to have to replace these anyway. I do need to get off the handbrake cable, so I'm going to remove the springs in here, separate all of this so that I can then remove the handbrake cable that's behind there. Thought process now. Landed the axle onto the table, pry bar in there to remove, and lift the car up. So as you can see, rear axle is now off the car, but in quite a bit of a state. So the first thing I'm going to do is clean all this up. It would be a shame not to repaint it while it's all off, so I'm going to sand it all down, wire brush it and repaint it before then replacing the bushes. So I may as well push out these bushes with the press and then disassemble the rest of it, sand it, wire brush it, clean it up, prime it and respray it.